Oh, they can see me now. Oh, they can see me now. Hello, a very good evening to you, people of the internet. My name is Conor Phillip. You might know me as the MC for Dundee University Comedy Club, or Duck, as you might know it. But tonight, it's not that. No, 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 no. Welcome to the first episode of Housefire. Don't panic. There is no fire, but there could be later on in the show. Who knows? Anything could happen tonight. First of all, I'd like to extend a very big thank you to Kym for enlisting me with this huge responsibility. I hope I don't let him down. So tonight we've got I believe, five amazing acts to entertain you and keep your spirits aflame. We're gonna keep going with that fire theme, right? So let's talk about lockdown. What sort of stuff can we talk about? Well, you know what? People are struggling for money right now. I'm no different. It used to be a lot easier with money back in the day. You know, back in the day when I was a wee boy, you could go into the shops for £1, come out with 2 cans of Coke, 3 Freddos, and a magazine. Nowadays, they got CCTV. Nightmare, right? So I was in luck the other day, right? I was in luck. Going through the post, turns out I've been left a watch in the will of my grandmother. She died. She left me a watch in the will. I hope it's not a wind up. Yeah. You can probably tell just above this banner. You can see I've got very wide shoulders. I've been working out. I've been training for an endurance event. You may have heard of the Ironman. Yes, the Ironman. It's an event of strength and endurance. And recently, I broke the record: 20 shirts in under half an hour. Yeah. So we fact about me. You're probably blinded by like how shiny my teeth are right now. I'll tell you why that is. I use this excellent toothpaste. It's an ultra sensitive toothpaste. Yeah, it gets upset when I use other brands of toothpaste. um, so my name's Conor Phillip, as you know. I like to think that's quite a standard name. It's quite a normal name. What's normal, right? But there was one kid in my school, right? He had the strangest name. The way he got his name was his parents flipped a coin, right? And that the outcome of the coin toss would determine the kid's name. So yeah, that's why he's called Tails. Unbelievable, right? So my grandfather, he recently passed away, but his last words were, "You selfish boy." Yeah, you selfish boy. So now I'm a fishmonger. Um, I like to go to the chemist now and again, just to stay in shape, right? Stay healthy. I was at the chemist the other day, and they said to me, "Conor, you have to stop taking vitamins." I said, "Why is that then?" They said, "Because shoplifting is illegal." Can't argue with that, right? Where have I been to on holiday? Been to China. Yeah, talking about that. Talking about the China, big letter C. I saw my friend outside the hospital the other day. He's crying. He's crying and crying. And I said, "What's up, pal? What's going on? Why are you crying?" He says, "Well, the doctor told me I've guess what, Conor? I've got the big C." I said, "What, cancer?" He says, "No, dyslexia." You never know, right? So talk about travel, been to China, been all over, right? But I'm quite a nervous flyer. Yeah, I'm quite a nervous flyer, right? So sometimes you just want a wee bit of assurance, right? So I'm there and I'm chatting to one of the cabin crew. I said, "Excuse me, I'm quite a nervous flyer. I just want to ask, how often do these planes crash?" She said, "Usually just the once." Well, fair enough. That didn't do the trick somehow. I wonder why. But you know what? If we crashed, so what? If we die of COVID, so what? I've lived a full life. I've done it all, right? I've even done coke. Yeah, I sniffed coke. Had a bit of trouble when the ice cubes got stuck in my nose. It was rough. So it's a good thing that these shows are online, right? Because if you were in the room with me, you notice I got quite bad breath. I ate some Scotch eggs earlier, which really upset the nurse at the Glasgow fertility clinic. Yeah, but you like that one, right? um, so one thing that gets me through every day. I like to keep my brain active, right? I like to do crossword puzzles. So I was doing a crossword puzzle with my brother, and he's sort of like reading them out to me. He's asking me questions, and he says, "Here's one for you, Connor. Right? Letters are 6, 7. 2 words. 6, 7 means flightless bird from Iceland." I said, "That's easy. Frozen chicken." 2 right it was. Talking about animals, I am an avid campaigner for the preservation of endangered animals. Yeah, you should try my panda jam. Now, I'm quite lucky. I've had a few jobs in my time, right? My proudest accomplishment, being a painter. I was a good painter. In fact, you can see some of my work in the National Gallery. Yeah, I did some good work on the skirting boards. Um, so I was talking to my doctor the other day, and while I'm in there, a bit of a strange conversation. Right? The doctor says to me, "Connor, you have to stop masturbating." I said, "Why is that?" She said, "Because I'm trying to examine you." Oh, well, there you go, right? What can you do, eh? Yeah, so I was trying to go, I had this problem, and I was going back to the hospital. I was talking to the receptionist. I said, like, "You got to help me, right? I keep seeing spots. I close my eyes, I keep seeing spots." She said, "Have you seen a doctor?" I said, "No, I just keep seeing spots," right? So it's good to support your local businesses, right? So I like to go to the butcher, support the butcher. Other day, I'm at my local butcher, right? And I said to him, "Hey, can I get a pound of sausages?" He says, "Sorry, Connor, we only do kilos." I said, "Okie dokie, I'll have a pound of kilos." I could recommend a pound of kilos. It was very nice indeed, very nice indeed. So I was talking about me and the chemist earlier, shoplifting. I'm not the only one that gets a hard time in the chemist. Um, my grandfather, he went to the chemist one time, and he was gonna get some Viagra, as you do at that age, right? And he's talking to the assistant there. He says, "Excuse me, can I get some Viagra?" He said, "Certainly, sir." He says, "Yeah, can I get it over the counter?" She says, "Maybe after 5 or 6 pills." Well, folks, that's the end of my little set, my little woo-ha, whatever. We are going to bring on our first act for the evening. Now, this person is very talented indeed. Kym often likens me to the reckless tumor, because I keep coming back. Look at me now. But this is tumor number 2. He enjoys coming back as well. But you know what? He is a pleasant tumor. It's like herpes. It's always going to come back. You know what I mean? But this guy, incredibly talented, very funny, one of my favorite acts out there, coming to you from Italy. Give a very warm welcome for the amazing Michael Monkhouse. All right, man.
All right. Oh, yeah. So how you doing? You doing all right? Yeah, that's the level of energy I want to maintain. Let's keep that going. I love it when people say all the way from Italy because this is fucking Zoom. So, I might as well be in the next fucking room for all the fucking effort I've made. It makes no difference, does it? Anyway, my name is Michael Monkhouse. I've been doing this for years now and I'm still shit. So, let's get it out of the way as quickly and painlessly as possible so I can go to the bar and get pissed instead. I've been asked to take all the swearing out of my act. Good night. No, seriously, I've been asked to stop talking about the Spice Girls. I said, fine, if that's what you want, what you really, really want. To stop right now, thank you very much. Goodbye, my friend. Too much? So I'm going to do one Spice Girls joke, get it out of the way. Here we go. I told Jerry Halliwell from the Spice Girls, I told Jerry Halliwell she had a clandestine relationship with my pet kangaroo. She wasn't convinced. She said, "Is your wallaby my lover?" Oh, God. Even I can't believe I do that one sometimes. Interesting fact is that Emma Bunton was the last person to join the Spice Girls. She was a last-minute replacement for a lady called Michelle Stevenson. This is absolutely true. I read it on Wikipedia, so it must be true. Michelle Stevenson just wasn't fitting in with the Spice Girls. I mean, sure, she was a great singer, a great songwriter, a great dancer, which is probably why she wasn't fitting in with the fucking Spice Girls. Anyway, I've been living in Rome now for 20 years. And after 20 years in Rome, I finally found a great place to work. London. It's fuck all here, believe me. So, I've started a new Facebook page for people who never fuck, so pretend they'd rather be socializing. It's called Expats in Rome. This is Rome 20 years ago. Fucking bus ain't coming. This is Rome now. I've got this awesome application on my telephone. It says fucking bus ain't coming. That's progress. What did John Lennon say to Mussolini? I know you're worried, but nothing to get hung about. What did John Lennon say to Mussolini the next day? Let me take you down. Don't you forget about me. Who the fuck sang that? I know what you're thinking. My wife, my uncle, and my sister said, you've got to help. We're obsessed with 70s disco. I said, it's okay. We are family. And I will survive. At first, I was afraid. My father said, you got to help. I'm obsessed with Frankie Goes to Hollywood. I said, relax. Don't do it. When you want to suck to it. My mother said, I'm obsessed with One Direction. I said, fuck off then, you stupid bitch. Jesus Christ. Listening to fucking shitty music like that at your age should be fucking ashamed of yourself, woman. Now, I'm joking here, but I think my mother is into pop music. Really. She said, I want to get my hands on some Randy Newman. What do you think? I read in Wikipedia, so again, it must be true. I read in Wikipedia, Syria, 5,000 men ready to enter. I thought, that's not Syria, that's my mother. Incest, I can relate to that. Seriously, I have to confess something. This is a little bit personal, but I'm going to say it anyway. I once tried incest. But I'm sworn to secrecy about who it was with. Mum's the word. My dad keeps lecturing me about my Madonna obsession. I said, Papa, don't preach. My dad said, Michael, you are lazy and vulgar. I couldn't be bothered to answer the fucking cunt. My dad has green fingers. Cunt's been dead for 6 months. My dad is a failed epileptic. No great shakes. My wife, oh, she's coming here. Hello. Just saying, was that? She's coming out. It's my wife, yeah. Melanie C left me, so I've got someone else now. She's saying, yeah. My wife thinks I'm immature. She told me of a din-dins. No, I'm joking now, but seriously, I had a massive argument with my wife. I don't think I'm going to get over this one. She said, Michael, sit down. You are lazy, vulgar, and intellectually arrogant. You have no interest in anyone except yourself, anywhere except the settee, anything except trash TV. You drink too much, you smoke too much, you swear too much. You just don't care. You don't make me feel special. You have the sense of humor of a 5-year-old child. You have the sexual prowess of an old age pensioner. And you have the brain of a Spice Girl. I said, don't you ever talk like that about the Spice Girls again. I don't laugh at your religion. Oh, she liked it. So, you know, I'm joking here, but I once met Jerry Halliwell. I did, yeah, from the Spice Girls, Jerry Halliwell. And people say, you know, was it strange? Suddenly face to face with this cool, sexy, multimillionaire, award-winning superstar of stage and screen. And I say, yes, it was strange. But after the initial nerves, she coped really well with it. Yes, I'm just like everybody else deep down. What? How does a matador take his coffee? Ole. What does a matador? Sorry, what do you call a matador who can't locate his automobile? Carlos. What do you call a matador who likes One Direction? Fucking dickhead. Doesn't matter what his job is. They're shit. God, I hate them. No, seriously, people say to me, Michael, you can't love the Spice Girls and hate One Direction because they're exactly the same. And it's true, they are the same. Spice Girls, One Direction, I'm watching Five Cunts. So there we go. Doesn't get any worse than this. I'm going to fuck off now, don't worry. I'm going to finish with my English joke. If you don't speak English, because I know there are some Americans watching, we're going to try anyway. Here we go. What brand is your t-shirt? Guess. I don't know. What brand is your t-shirt? They don't get any worse than that. That's all from me. You have been mediocre as usual. Glad that's over. Sorry.
I just realized my microphone was muted. Sorry about that, folks. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So I was doing this. Cheers, Michael. And everybody, give it up for the amazing Michael Monkhouse. This time my mic's on. You can hear me clap. Now, listen. Shout out to Michael's wife / girlfriend. Yeah, comedy is it's a team effort, right? You gotta gotta thank the people helping you through the set, such as the Spice Girls, right? Now, folks, if you enjoyed that set and if you're enjoying what you see so far, I highly recommend that you cancel all your plans for Christmas Eve, because you'll see we are hosting a mega Christmas show. And I mean, this is huge. This is bigger than any other Reckless project. It's going to be massive. You'll see Kym's going to be there hosting. I'll be a co-host. We'll have a couple other co-hosts. Plenty of acts, plenty of fun and games, plenty of laughs. That is Christmas Eve. You know what? Clear your calendar. You want to be there. Trust me, you want to be there. Santa's going to be there. It's going to be a fun little time, right? So I hope to see you there for Christmas Eve of the Christmas. Okie dokie. Now, that was a marvelous wee set. You know what? I'm nervous about lockdown. I'm a wee bit nervous. Tell you what makes me scared when I'm driving about. Speed bumps. I've always had a fear of speed bumps, but I'm slowly getting over them. And look at that. 20 minutes through. Time flies like an arrow. Time flies like an arrow, and fruit flies like a banana. So, folks, we will now bring on our next act. Now, this person is very talented indeed. You're going to absolutely love him. So go wild and go crazy for the amazing Ryan Stannard.
Yay! I hope everyone can hear me right now. First off, you can tell that I'm a fat fuck because I'm wearing a branded Coca-Cola shirt. I mean, bloody hell. I just, I used to think to myself, how the fuck did I let myself get to weigh 110 kilograms? Well, now I can see why. But If people have never seen me before, my name's Ryan Stannard. I'm actually South African. Now, I was born in a little village called Paarl, Western Cape Town, 60 kilometres from Cape Town in South Africa. And I was actually in the small percentage of 4% of white people in that village. So it was very intimidating because I used to get a lot of dirty looks there. But 62% of the population in that city was women. So they weren't just checking me out because of my colour. They were checking me out because of my looks. Wink, wink. But yeah, recently, I've been doing some poems. Well, I say recently. Back in March, I got coronavirus, which sucked. It was really awful. So my girlfriend came over with her mask on, wearing her PPE and all that every single day. And when I was in bed, when she was up here, giving me some food, I thought of this poem. So I said to her, listen here, I know you're really depressed at the moment because you have to come here every single fucking day to care for me. So here's a poem for you. I said this: roses are red, violets are blue. Do you have coronavirus? Because I can't stop looking. Oh! She slapped me across the face, and I'm now single. I'm not very hard to see. So yeah, if you're interested in me, I'm 17, still the legal age in England though. So come for me. But yeah, and the other week I was doing a actually no, it was this week as well. I was doing a another comedy gig online, and we were talking about magnets, and I came up with this joke. They say that in bed it's like a magnet. You push and pull during sex. Usually, it ends up with a bastard child coming out of the mother 9 months later. I think my mum really needed to think about telling my dad to put a condom on. Anyway, yes, I'm 17, but I still smoke cigarettes, and I'm going to tell you the story of how I actually started smoking. So, unfortunately, nearly 10 years ago, I lost my dad because of brain cancer. Not going to go into much detail. I'm not going to go into much detail about that. So for some reason, my brain just there for a second forgot how to speak English. But he was actually having a cigarette when he died, and he was actually hooked up onto a heart monitor. He died in the house, but he still had a heart monitor in the house. So I was the only person here. So when he was smoking, the heart monitor went bloop, and I knew he had died. So I went over to him, picked up his cigarette out of his mouth, and I took a puff on it. And I was just like, oh yeah, that's good. So, you know my sort of history. I'm a fucking cunt. I smoked a dead man's cigarette. Like, Jesus Christ, that's something to put on my CV. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Most people will just tell you to fuck off if you apply for a job and they see that on their CV. So, if there's any younger audiences on this live stream, well, the fuck are you doing up still? Go to bed. But yeah, no. I think with this whole COVID bollocks, it's just fucking ridiculous. Like, most people say that this eat out to help out thing caused COVID, and I personally don't think so. I think it's because of schools and that. It's because you see all those little fucking year 7 little pieces of shit, you know, running around each other in like groups of 50 people. Like, I live 20 minutes away from a huge school in Winchester, United Kingdom. I'm not actually in South Africa. But you know, I just find these rotten little shits really fucking annoying because, you know, when you see them all in a group going, hey, that COVID and that, you just want to go up to their fucking face and just give them a left hook around the fucking face. It really pisses me off. But guys, I am going to end this now because I tell you what, I need a cigarette right now because I'm telling you now, in a minute, I will fucking go and find one of those year 7s and fucking massage his head. I've been Ryan Stannard. Have a great evening, yo. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the amazing Ryan Stannard. That was wonderful, my friend. I have never seen you perform before, but from what I saw there, I thought you're fantastic. As I said, I run my own wee show, so you know, you can hop onto that anytime. Shoot me a message after this. You got talent. Shout out to the South African government. Yes, absolutely. You are doing a great job. Shout out to you. So, folks, I like to be happy, but it is hard. Recently, someone quite important to me died of coronavirus. It was the person who wrote the classic tune, the Hokey Cokey. You know it, right? The Hokey Cokey. So he died, and it was a nightmare getting him buried. You can imagine the chaos, right? They put his left leg in, he put his left leg out. There's a bit of a shake about, right? You know how it goes, right? Chaos. Yeah. It's rough in Dundee. It's really rough. People have got, drug problems and stuff. Everyone you talk to is a drug dealer now, right? So I borrowed a pair of shoes from a drug dealer. Don't know what he laced them with. I've been tripping all day. I'll tell you that much. He's no normal drug dealer, right? He's addicted to brake fluids. But he tells me he can stop at any time. Anyway, it's time to bring on our next act. You'll know this fella quite well. You'll know him quite well because he does host the majority of these shows, right? He's a classic MC. I've had him on my show. He's had me on his show. Good friend of mine. Great laugh, great guy. You're going to love him. You know him, you love him. He's great. He's everything. Give it up for the wonderful Kym Nash.
Thank you. Yes, you should know me by now because I'm the one who holds this operation together. Yes, you might be wondering, why is my room red? Well, it's Housefire. Come on. Something's got to burn here. And I'm not talking about dead relatives. I do apologise for that. Let me introduce myself. My name is Kym Nash. My name is actually unisex, which I'm going to be honest, I think is a lie for two reasons. Number one, I could never afford uni. Look at me. Fucking look at me. And second of all, I don't get sex. I do this on any other comedy show. I go, I don't get sex. They go, ha, virgin. I go, ha, true. Shame. Talking about sex, I'm going to give you a bit of advice, ladies and gentlemen. When you're having the sex, who says the sex anymore? Sounds like something my dead granddad would say. Yes, let's do the sex, darling. I don't know. That's a new bit. But yeah, here's my bit of advice for you while you're having the sex. I'm going to stop saying the sex because the sex sounds worse than sex. Okay, so when you're having the sex, top tip, don't say this to your girlfriend while you're doing her up the arse. Your arse looks like a pan of chocolate because, yeah, just don't say that. Just don't say her arse looks like a pan of chocolate. Okay, I made that mistake. It would have been all right if I'd stopped there. I decided to go, your arse looks like a pan of chocolate because it's crusty and it's got a filling. Oh, God, just threw up in my mouth. Talking about sex, someone said to me, can you ruin sex in 4 words? I said, I can't, but I'm sure quite a few people can. So I'm going to read out a couple of responses to a post I put out months ago, and I've only just got around to putting it into a stand-up set about ruining sex in 4 words. So brace yourself is one of them. The first one is, the dog is better. Don't know why you're fucking dogs, mate. The next one, should it be bleeding? Should it be bleeding? Probably, if you take the virginity. Next one, I need a piss. I had to laugh at that slightly. Next one, please stop biting it. Spit it in, please. Trust me, this... I might have been drunk when I've done these. Slower, you're tearing me. Jesus Christ. And the last one is Alabama Hot Pocket, anyone? Anyone who does not know what an Alabama Hot Pocket is, don't ask me. I am not going to explain it because it's a load of shit. If you know what an Alabama Hot Pocket is, keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. This lockdown thing's been a bit of a pain in the arse, or as Freddie Mercury would say, a pain in the bollocks. You see, this lockdown thing, one of my ex-girlfriends said to me during lockdown, well, at the end of lockdown 1, we're currently in lockdown, the sequel. she said to me, "Oh, would you like to meet up and have Netflix and chill?" And I'm like, "Bitch, what do you think I've been doing for the last 6 months? Netflix and chill is dead." Talking about words I don't want to hear anymore, I'm going to say this. Oh, fuck. Keep it to yourself, Michael. Keep it to yourself. But yeah, there's a few words that I think people need to shut the fuck up about now. Ironically, shut the fuck up is our slogan for the podcast, ironically. First of all, the word unprecedented can go fuck itself. I've had enough of our so-called Prime Minister saying unprecedented. You don't go into a bar and go, "I'd love an unprecedented drink, please." No, you don't do that. You just say, "Give me a drink so much that I end up under that table." Okay. Another word that can go, I'm going to say this. Donald Trump. Donald Trump's not been taking this losing thing very well, is he? He's not taking it well. So glad I don't even know if there's any Americans watching. So, well, technically Ryan is partially. Anal is boring, apparently. Just twist it up a bit. Just twist it up a bit. But yeah, Netflix and chill is dead. I don't think Netflix and chill was ever the go-to thing. If someone said to me, "Oh, what are you doing at the weekend?" and they said, "Oh, Netflix and chill," and they asked me, I'd go, "I'm just going to sit down on the sofa and cry myself to sleep because that's all I know what to do." Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have been a very silent but brilliant audience. I'm going to keep this going until our MC gets back to his fucking job. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Kym Nash. Make sure you join us for the Christmas show, because if you don't want to hear me swear for a couple of hours and you want to hear Conor just attempt to do a co-host job, he's doing well so far, so give him credit there. And of course, some of these acts that are on tonight, you will see again, and I'm sure, okay, my red light has just gone. Thank you very much. I've been Kym Nash. Thank you very much.
Hey, out of the dark into the light. Give it up one more time for the amazing Kym Nash. Just outstanding. You're the boss for a reason, my friend. That was phenomenal. And I know what you mean. You know, Netflix and chill, that is so outdated. No one's going to be saying that anymore. The new phrase for lockdown 2 is StreamYard and chill, right? Yeah, StreamYard and chill. That's what we're doing right now. Having a great time. Let's keep it going, right? So, as I say, this is my job, right? I'm not getting paid, right? I'm unemployed. I have lots of jokes about unemployed people, but none of them work. I was talking about a fella with a hokey cokey who died, right? Well, death, you know, is happening a lot, and people who like do funerals and stuff, they're making a killing. So I wanted a slice of the pie, you know what I mean? I wanted a slice of the pie. So talked to my local funeral director. I says to him, "Listen, what do you think about glass coffins?" He says, "Remains to be seen." Yeah, remains to be seen. I feel pretty tough. I feel like I can handle anything, right? I've got the heart of a lion, and I also have a lifetime ban from the zoo. I want to say, Dundee is one massive zoo, right? You know what I mean? One thing I like to do is play a wee bit of Scrabble. I love playing Scrabble. And if you've played Scrabble, you might know the letter S is brilliant, because you can just like add it to the beginning of things or at the end, make new words and make 2 words. So I put down the word sugar, right? And I says to my brother, "You know, Rory, sugar is the only word where you get the letter S-U and it makes a shoe sound." He says, "Are you sure?" Oh, yes. Scrabble can fuck itself. You get a good score for that word. I mean, you know, you've got the F, you've got the K. That's like 9 points already. Get that on a triple, try, you're on to a winner. So anyway, folks, I can take a hint. I'm going to move on to the next act. And this person is very talented indeed. You're going to absolutely love her. So go wild for the amazing Olga Ergarova. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here you go.
Woo. Woo, woo, woo. I hope you can hear me and see me. And I wanted to say that the red light goes from the Kym's room to my room. And in Russia, actually, any room can be called as a red one because it's a red country. Come on. Look at my cap, look at my color, and look at everything around me. It's red. Yeah, including me. So, nice to meet you. All right, social distancing. I should have thought. Nice to meet you guys. Like I said, my name is Auntie Oля, and like he said, and I call myself Auntie every time for different reasons. And, well, I come from Russia, and this city is called St. Petersburg officially. But look at me. There's nothing saint left in this body. So I say that my city is St. Petersburg. And recently I was asked, you know, Oля, I heard that your city, St. Petersburg, used to be called Leningrad after Mr. Lenin. Why it isn't called after Mr. Putin? And then I thought about it like, what do you mean? St. Putinsburg? That sounds like a religious joke, but it's illegal in Russia, so I'm not gonna tell it in Russia. Well, if you, by the way, don't like my jokes, I have prepared some Iron Curtain for you. Don't worry. And I'm a comic undercover. It means that you think that I work for KGB, and KGB thinks that I work for you. And I was always wondering why you foreigners call my country Mother Russia. But then I realized if you call it Anti-Russia, you might get in prison for no reason. And who wants that? And if you haven't seen me before, I can assure you that I'm a very, very bad comic because I have only one fan. Here it is. And even this one didn't like my jokes because he just thought that I was hot, which I am. And speaking of being hot, let's move on to the image of Russian women. And I'm anti-Ola because I'm anti-stereotypes about Russian women. And the first stereotype is that all Russian women are beautiful. Look at me and my pumpkin friend. And I can tell you that she's even more successful than I, because she's always having seeds inside, you know what I mean? And even Russian doll, Matryoshka, is luckier than me in love, because she's always pregnant. Ta-da! Haha. And another stereotype about Russian women is that we all are Russian brides. But it's a very technical issue. If there are Russian brides, there must be Russian engagement. We call it Russian engagement, you call it Russian interference in the American elections. And Russian women are like typical Russian soup called borscht. We all are red in this red room, and we are hot. And we all need some greens, and by greens I mean dollars and green cards. And the last, and I hope the least, stereotype about Russia is that we all are prostitutes, Russian prostitutes. And again, we're judged by the way we look. And some people think that the most popular name for a Russian prostitute is Natasha, but actually it's Donald. And the latest elections show that you don't even need to be neither Russian nor a woman to be called a Russian prostitute. And in Russia we have a saying that if a woman has sex for money, she's not a gift, but she's obviously gifted. And as the Joker used to say, if you're good at something, never do it for free. Probably that's why Mr. Donald is so rich. No guarantee, however. And speaking of my outfit, no, it's not for being hot, looking hot and being kinky, no. This one I'm wearing for the defense. If somebody decides to strangle me, he's gonna die, not me. And also Russian women love wearing high heels, but you call them high heels. I call them nutcrackers. So don't mess with the Red Russian women. Yeah, and usually English-speaking comedians say in the end of their performance, "Thank you for having me." But the thing is that having in Russian means fucking, and I don't want to fuck with you, obviously, and you with me. So what I usually say, it was nice to meet you. Спасибо. Thank you very much. From Russian Bride with love. Auntie Oля.
Yeah, all right. Everybody give it up for Olga, Auntie. Oh, yeah, that was fantastic. All the way from Auntie Russia. That was fantastic. It's great to have someone from Russia on the show. I love Russia. I love Russian culture, and I always love trying new things. Just the other week, I tried some Russian tea. Yeah, some Russian tea. Took me 4 hours to get the tea bag out of the vodka bottle. Rough, right? So I've got this friend in Dundee, right? He was in the army, right? While he was fighting in the army, he got mustard gas. Yeah, he got attacked by mustard gas. Years later, he's out of the army, gets attacked by the police. He got pepper sprayed. So he got mustard gas, pepper spray. He was in the army. You know, I mean, that's what you call a seasoned veteran. So, I was talking about Scrabble earlier. Sorry, Kym, another Scrabble joke. So my brother put down the word Armageddon. Yeah, I said, I don't know what Armageddon means. He says, well, you don't know what Armageddon means? I said, yeah, calm down. It's not the end of the world. Folks, I think it's that time. Yes, it is that time. We're going to bring on our glorious headliner. And this, yes, thank you, Kym. Scrabble can't fuck itself again. He's our headliner for a reason, you know? He's our headliner because he's funny. He's sharp. He is the best. So give a very warm welcome. Coming to you from London, it is Emmanuel Paul Griffin.
Emmanuel, just to let you know, you are currently muted.
Yeah, the best. I like that. It sounds good. But you don't want to build their hopes up for a big letdown. So, here we go. So first of all, I'm going to give you a tour of the nest. This is my front room. That's my window where I can see crackheads and robberies from. There's my TV where I play my PlayStation and Xbox and other affiliated titles. And, I live on my own because, I'm an adult. And that's the wrong light. That's for the bathroom. This is the greeting area where I open a door and greet crackheads when they ask to sell me shit. But sometimes the thing is, my next door neighbor, I've got a problem with him. He likes to smoke, and my problem is he can't afford to smoke, so he keeps on coming over to my house to smoke. And I have to put something under my door, like I'm living at my mum's house, to block the smell. This is not on. Because every time I'll be smoking, they'll be like, something smells nice. I'm like, come on in. And here's my bedroom. Welcome to my bedroom. You're probably thinking, this guy has a pink bedroom. I know, because it reminds me of the womb, brings me back to the good old days. Yeah, and also helps me to sleep like a baby. So that's the bedroom. And here we have the kitchen. Pretty big. Unnecessarily big because I don't like to cook. But here's where all the magic happens. Yeah, that's right. I like to have all my sex in the kitchen. easy to wipe down the counters. You know what I'm saying, lads? Easy wipe counters. But still, you know, I have a little problem. You know, I think I know why I'm single. It's because I'm asthmatic. Yeah, that's right. I have lung problems, breathing difficulties, you know. That's why I can't be a criminal, because I can't run anywhere. So it's like, what's the point? You know, that's 101 in crime, is running. So, no, that wasn't for me. And the thing is, yeah, I'm sick of those people. You know, I'm sick of them. Those people who, those a rocks affiliation, those people who like to put, you know, whips and chains around their necks to block off the exit oxygen supply to have great sex. I'm like, oi, lay off, stay off. That's asthma sex. You know, that's how we asthmatics get down. You know, our lungs naturally want to kill us while we're having sex. You know, because sometimes, one time I was having sex with this girl, yeah, and the thing is, I forgot my asthma inhaler at home, and I was having an asthma attack while we were having sex, yeah. I said, babe, I can't breathe, I'm gonna die, and she was like, yeah, that's killer pussy. I'm like, man down, babes. I'm going purple over here, because that's what color black people go when ain't got no oxygen. We go the color purple, and it's not just the movie. It's that for a reason, for the noose, and you know that's what it used to do. So, and asthma's not the sexiest of diseases to have, you know, because she'll be one day like looking over to you like, "Hey, baby, let's go to bed," and I'll be like, "Hold on, honey, let me just grab my inhaler," you know, because it's not sexy. But it does get you out of PE a lot, you know. But growing up in Leighton, you have to understand the reason why my room's pink, because that's the best time I've ever had in my life. You know, as soon as I came out the womb, you know, as you know, I had asthma, and the doctor said to my mum, "Don't get too close to this child, yeah? He's not gonna last 24 hours." And 39 years later, my mum still takes the doctor's advice. I'm like, "Mum, love me. I'm in the clear." She's like, "No, me not love you. The doctor said if me love you, you fit dead." I'm like, "Mum, come on. It's obviously I'm in the clear now, so you can love me." And she says to me, "What's not fixed? Why break it?" "Mum, that's not the same." "Me know what we're saying anyway." You know, as I said, I'm 39. So I remember when Acid Attack was a group, you know, and I read in the newspaper, I read in the Metro, it said Acid Attack in London. I was like, yes, they're back. Break out the glow sticks, you know, because I used to be that guy back in the days who used to go to those underground acid house raves, you know. You know, the ones that you go, acid, you know, those type of ones. I used to go to them all the time, yeah. And they always used to try and say to me, "Bruv, you got any drugs? You got any drugs?" I can't sell drugs, you know. I don't want to go jail, you know, because one thing, I sleep with my mouth open, you know, and that's a weird way to get protein in your diet. So I don't want to go jail. And like, so I was getting annoyed. So I said to myself, ecstasy looks exactly like ibuprofen. So now, next week, I bought 2 packets of ibuprofen, yeah, and I sold the lot, yeah. I sold them at £25 a pop, yeah, and each packet has 2 sachets in it, and each sachet has 16 in it. So that's a lot of math. I'm dyslexic. You lot figure it out. I just had a ton of money on me, yeah. I was leaving now. I was leaving the night. Bare money in my pocket, yeah. I'm feeling so happy. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna buy a Nintendo, Super Nintendo. That's how you know how old this story is, because I was getting psyched about Super Nintendo with this drug money, with this ibuprofen money. So I'm walking out thinking, yeah, I'm gonna go buy it for Super Mario. And I'm walking out, here's oi! I'm like, what? And they're like, I'm like, who's that? And he's like, oi, you come here. I'm like, oh, come on, what is it? So I go back over there now, and the guy says to me, see your drugs, yeah? I'm like, what? Your drugs are wicked! And everyone started dancing. And I was like, damn, where's this music coming from? And how come I can hear it too? I ain't taking no drugs. So it was crazy. So he said to me, bro, see your drugs? I'm like, yeah. I was thinking to myself, I want to hear a bit of customer feedback. He says, bro, the thing about, bro, guess what, yeah? Your drugs are sick, yeah? Before I came out, yeah, man had a banging headache, you get me? Nah, I'm just feeling great. Your drugs are the best, bruh. I'm like, cool. And he's like, bruh, you here same time next week? I'm like, yes. All right, cool, I'll holler at you. I'm like, I'm just walking away like, the placebo effect. Because I think that, who's going to argue with a tall, angry black man? Who's going to say your drugs are shit? I think the angrier and taller a black man is, the better the drugs are. You can't just be so menacing and sell shitty drugs. That's the point. So the two worked well for me. So, and like, I love doing comedy. I do love doing comedy, but it does take you to some strange places. Because I had to do a gig for the Brighton Festival. Yeah, I stayed up there for like 2 days. Yeah, and after my gig, I had nothing to do. And the only thing they really got up there is the Lady Boys of Taiwan. And I'm definitely 100% not gonna watch that again. They may think I'm back for favorites, so I just went around looking for a club. So I'm walking along the beach, if you call that a beach. It's not a beach, that's a pile of stones. So I'm walking along there. All I hear is just walk it while I tuck it. Walk it while I tuck it. I hear some amigos. I'm like, yeah, this is my club. So I just go in there, yeah, start dancing, because I like to dance a lot, yeah. So I was dancing all night, yeah, because I'm lazy. I don't like to check girls at the start. I like to check them at the end when everyone's more drunk and relaxed, and it's easier. So coming to the end of the night now, I'm looking around. I'm seeing, group of white guys over there. Okay. Another group of white guys over there. All right, we are near the seaside. Okay. Another group of white guys. Okay, there's a group of white guys and a black guy. Well, go on, brother. And I went, oh my God. And I stopped to myself and I looked around like, all these white guys can dance. I'm in a gay club. I was like, what? I was like, oh man, no wonder the drinks were free. I'm a strawberry daiquiri man, so the drinks were flowing all night. And it's like, whoa. I thought it was a bit weird when some guy came up to me and asked me, what does that mouth do? I thought nothing of it. But I did find it strange when someone came up to me, and two white guys came up to me and said, do you want to come back to our house for a roast? I'm like, it's a bit late to have a steak. Why are you coming? Why are you asking me back to your house for a roast? A spit roast? I don't know. It's a bit late for a barbecue, don't you think? And now, after that, it all adds up. I was the chocolatey goodness for the night. I was addicted. Such is life, eh? Such is life. especially when you go out of town and you're from Leighton. Things are different in here. Things are weird because like I went to the cash point, yeah, at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and the cash point was rammed. There was like 8 people queuing. And as soon as I got to the queue, yeah, everyone started turning around and getting all holding their wallets and holding their purses securely. And the guy at the cash point just kept on looking around at me. There's 8 other people around him, but he just decides to look at me like I'm gonna rob him in front of 8 people. Like I'm that stupid, especially on a Wednesday. And I was getting pissed off. I said, look, everyone, just calm down, just relax, man. I know why we're all here at 3 o'clock in the morning at this cash point, because we all got the same text from the same drug dealer. You know, Star Dog, £30 for 3 grams. Get it now, no ticks. You get me? Why are you all trying to act all innocent? So after I said that, everyone relaxed, and lo and behold, who turns up around the corner? The drug dealer on his little scooter, on his little e-scooter, man. I'm so jealous of him. I want an e-scooter, but I'm 6'4", and I'll just look like a plum on it. You know, there's this big, tall guy on an e-scooter. Just, you know, I'm scary to white people without being, you know, on wheels. Just imagine me on with wheels. You know? Yeah. That's me.
Yeah, all right, everybody. Give it up one more time for the fantastic Emmanuel Paul Griffin. And I totally know what you mean, pal, about talking about the asthma. Guess what? I got asthma too. You know, it ain't easy being wheezy, I'll tell you that much, right? Folks, that's us having made it to the end of Housefire. And I think we really did set the show on fire. So join me one more time to congratulate all the fantastic acts. First of all, we had Michael Monkhouse. Then we had Ryan Stannard. Then we had Olga Ergorova. Kym Nash. And our magnificent headliner was Emmanuel Paul Griffin. All right. It's outstanding, outstanding. And I can see that Kym has kindly put up this wee Christmas poster. And this is what we were talking about earlier, folks. This is our Reckless Comedy Christmas Spectacular, 24th of December, starting from, let me just read that, 4:30 p.m. UK time. Yeah, I didn't need to read that. I knew it. And we're going to have so many acts, so much fun, and we would love it if you joined us. We were going to have, you know, a house fire, but then, you know, like that's the day we'll be like roasting chestnuts on an open house fire. You know what I mean? But this has been house fire. It's been piping hot. My name is Conor Philip, and we'll be back next Saturday. And it looks like I'll be back as well. Hooray! I must have done quite a good job this week. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Conor Philip. This is Reckless Comedy. Thanks to Kym. Thanks to you for watching. Good night.